Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome to Quick Tips with me, Wyslouch. Today's quick tip: voice lead your arpeggios. A very important incremental step in playing over chord changes, playing lines, playing melodies against chords that are changing is to be able to outline them and specifically voice lead them with arpeggios. What do I mean by voice leading? You're playing a line, a broken chord, an arpeggio. Right when the chord changes, you go to the closest note above or below where you were before that's part of the next chord. So let's say you're on a G minor. G minor 7. Boom! Landed on an F sharp because we went to an F sharp chord. Quick tip number 70 is a very good and important incremental quick tip to be able to fully appreciate and internalize what we're talking about here today with voice leading arpeggios. We're going to talk about a lot of the same ideas. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out my Patreon too, where you got all nice supplemental PDFs of all these specific fingerings, these different positions that'll put arpeggios, the chord tones all over the guitar neck for you. Give you a really good bunch of guideposts to structure your practice routine. So let's take a chord progression in Bluegrass that usually calls for some improvisation, but it's weird chords. And that's the B part to Vassar Clements' Kissimmee Kid. It starts on a G minor, then an F sharp major, a B major, E major, F major, to F minor is the last A part. Totally weird. You can't really get away with just playing one key center on that. You really have to hit the chord changes. So I thought it would be a good way to explore voice leading arpeggios through chord changes. So we begin. For each one of these chords, we're going to assign a 4-part arpeggio. Why 4 parts if we're not playing, for example, a G minor 7, we're just playing a regular G minor? Because 4-note structures lay really nicely against 4/4 time. Don't really want to get into it beyond that, just take my word for it. For the G minor chord, we're going to play a G minor 7 arpeggio. For the F sharp chord, F sharp major, we're going to play an F sharp 7 arpeggio. For the B, E, and F chord, we're also going to play a dominant 7 arpeggio. Excellent. So we've assigned the 4-part chords to each one of these chords. Next, I'm going to take a zone of the guitar, position 7. My first finger is on the 7th fret and my hand maps accordingly. And we're going to assign specific arpeggio positions for each one of these chords and the 7th chord that we assign to it. So for example, G minor 7, we're going to do position 4A. The lowest root in this position for G minor 7 is with my pinky on the A string, 4th finger on the A string. F sharp 7, I'm just going to slip down 1 fret, so I'm going to play my F sharp 7 arpeggio is 4A, also 4th finger on the A string. Next we have a B7 arpeggio. Stay right where I am, play a 2E B7 arpeggio. Remember, all of these positions, all of these patterns listed in a very systematic and rigorous way on my Patreon page. Make sure to become a member, tell your friends about it. B7, we're using a 2E dominant 7 arpeggio, 2nd finger on the low E string. For the E7, we're going to 2A. For the F7, 2A also. Remember, in Quick Tip 70, what we did after we mapped this is we went off a specific chord tone as the chord changes. Now I want to practice voice leading. Let's do quarter notes. So I'll just play quarter notes, and I'll start, for example, on the root of the G minor, on the G. I start 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. I got to the top of the position, which is the reason I start going back down again. The next chord is an F sharp. We've determined the positions, so the next note down would be the F sharp. And remember, we've already started going down, so I'm going to follow that direction of downward motion and go down the F sharp 7 arpeggio. B7, we finished the position going down, so now we have to start going up on the B7. Closest note is the B. Now we hit an E7 arpeggio. Closest note above is the B. We'll go up because we still have some space going up in the position. Then go back down. And then we hit the F7 arpeggio. And then we resolve to an F sharp, which would be part of the F sharp minor chord, which is the first chord of the last A part. 1, 2, 3, 4. F sharp, B7, E7, F7, F sharp minor. Cool. You just have this kind of idea of the shape of your melody continuing, unfazed by the chord changes. It gives you a nice, flowy feeling. Ways to vary this? Start on a different note. Right there we started on the G. What happens if we start on the F? The flat 7 of the G minor 7 arpeggio. Remember, I'm always staying within these prescribed positions, so I don't have to think, especially on the guitar, about all the different fingering options, because a lot of times that's what ties me down. So what if I start on the F of the G minor? 2, 3, 4, F. Going down to the B7, oh. E7, F7, F sharp minor. Yeah, cool. So much of the practice routine should be about looking ahead. Oh yeah, here it comes, boom, nailed it. Here it comes, I can already visualize it before I'm actually there, boom, I hit it. As opposed to, oh, here came the chord change and, oh, I guess we'll go there. No, you need to practice looking ahead, and this is a great bunch of incremental steps to do that.